Hey guys, it's Woody. So, I just made my first trip back to the yard, and it was really cool. Big difference from my last company. I pulled in there and I parked the truck, and everybody came out. I got all my paperwork ready and everything to turn into accounting, and went over to the shop because I needed an alignment. And I got over there, and like one of the bosses was over there, and of course all the mechanics and stuff, and they all just kind of like turn and look at me, ask how's everything working out, how's the truck running, and how you liking it. And it was really cool. So, and they were gonna work on my truck this morning, like this morning, but I was like, all right, that's cool, and then the mechanic came back over to me. He's like, yeah, we'll just do it right now. We've got an opening and whatever. So they did the alignment on the truck. And then I went and he asked me to test drive it when I got done. But by the time I got back, it was closed. Everybody was gone. So, but anyway, I go inside, and the safety guy's there and asking me how I'm liking the new ELD, asking me if there's any issues. Went into accounting and turned in my paperwork there, and asked me how I was liking the direct deposit, if it was working out for me. And then the owner sat and talked to me for a while, and asked how I was liking it, and all this stuff. He's like, yeah, I've been there, I've done it. I've done the whole working for big companies and being an owner operator. So he knows, they know, because all of dispatch, the owner, the boss, all those guys, they're all drivers. So they know what we need, they know what we want, and they like to keep the drivers comfortable, and makes sense. So I mean, it was just really cool that pretty much every single department was asking me how I was liking how I was liking the aspects of whatever their department is over, controls or whatever. So that's really cool. Never got that at the old company. So it was really nice to go in there and feel welcome, and know that they are there to help and not so much control what you're doing. They just they want the job done, obviously, and but they also want the drivers to be comfortable and happy. That's just good business. So very cool, very nice experience. Oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but the camera's not shaking. I finally fixed that issue. So yeah, now I'm heading home, kinda, sorta. I have a load. I gotta deliver it in my home state tomorrow morning, and then they're letting me stay an extra day. They actually moved the delivery date for the rest of the shipment an extra day so that I could stay home an extra day, and I still got a load, so I'm not sitting at home for 2 or 3 days, not making money, which there's nothing wrong with taking days off to be at home, but I kind of like the way this trip worked out because day before yesterday, I came through and I got to see my wife for a couple of hours before, she went to work, I went to bed, and then got up the next morning, drove out, delivered the load I had, and then today I get this load and I get to go back out there and see my wife and hang out tonight. In the morning, deliver, half the load or whatever, and then hang out the rest of that day, hang out tomorrow, and then head out Monday. So it's really cool, and they asked me that too. Also, I mean, this is the kind of stuff this company does. It's like, yeah, you can deliver it Monday, or you can deliver it Tuesday if you want an extra day. I was like, okay, and he looks at me, he's like, so which day, Monday or Tuesday? I was like, oh, I'll take Tuesday, so it's really cool, man. Like, this company's pretty awesome. Now I've only worked for one other over-the-road company, but I've also I know guys who work for other big companies, and I mean it's pretty much it's all the same. When you go to those big mega carriers, but these guys are, I don't know, they're just different. They are actually concerned about the driver and how the driver is doing, and if there's anything that they can do to help. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, so now I just got a open road ahead of me. Finally, it's Easter weekend, so you got a lot of traveling, and people like to drive crazy trying to fight for that lead spot, but I think we finally got enough space in between all the cars and stuff, so not everybody's fighting it. But yeah, oh, and that's the other thing too, like this load has to have a tarp, and once they have local guys that sometimes will go and load a trailer and then bring it to the yard, and that's what happened here. So I was sitting there in the yard, and a local guy was getting my load, and then he pulls in, and we're out there talking, I'm looking it over, I'm like, okay, and he was like, well, it's like, we'll just tarp it in the morning. I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I was tired. I was already, one of the mechanics were there, and he just looked at me, he's like, you need to go to bed. He's like, you look tired. I'm like, I am tired. So, I mean, so that was cool. So I wake up this morning, and like the shop and everything opens at like 7. So I wake up, I get dressed and everything, and I open my curtain. It's like 7:15 at this time, and I look, and they've already got a tarp on this load, and they're just, getting the bungees on it and everything. So I still got to brush my teeth and everything, but so I run out there, and I was like, hey, give me a minute, and I'll help you guys. I just got to do the whole morning routine, and it's like, okay, but so I go and do all that, and I come back, and I mean, they're pretty much done tarping it. I just kind of, he's like, hey, you're tall and young, he's like, climb up there and throw a few more of these up top. I was like, all right, so I mean, like I said, these guys accommodate you, so yeah, really cool bunch of guys. Well, guys and gals. And I think a lot of it is family. Like they're all family one way or another, like brother, and I know like the accounting lady, like manager boss, is like the owner's wife or something like that. But so it's real cool. They're tight knit, and you know they kind of bring you into that. So it's really cool. And you know, the owner, he doesn't walk around like he's above anybody. You know, he's just, and you know, if you were to walk onto the property, you wouldn't be able to tell him from anybody else. He doesn't, you know, have any special important, you know, uniform or title or anything like that. But and he doesn't even introduce himself as the owner. He just introduces himself as, you know, a guy. So super cool. That was a limo monster truck. Crazy. Anyway, I got about another hour left to drive, and yeah, and I'll be home for, I mean, it's basically 2 days. I mean, it's a half day today and kind of a day tomorrow, and then, or yeah, tomorrow, and then the next day, all day. So I don't know, like a day and a half, 2 days almost. So just depends on how you're looking at it. And miles. I mean, I'm getting miles. So again, super cool. The last company, near the end there, I was only getting like 500-mile loads. So I'm like, kind of sucked. And half a day is spent loading a trailer, and then you can only drive so much that day, and then you got to drive the next day, and then you got to load another trailer, and then you can't drive anywhere. So anyway, this is pretty cool. And I will say, tarping a load sucks, but I mean, the pay here is much better. The accommodation is over the top, and if tarping my load is the worst thing I run into, then I'm okay with that. And I even told the owner that, because we were sitting there talking, and you know, I was like, oh, this is much better than what I'm used to. I was like, even if I do have to tarp loads. He kind of laughed. He's like, yeah, but you know, it's cool. I'm enjoying it, and this truck is sweet. I don't care what any of you guys say about Volvos or automatics. I got an automatic Volvo, and I love it. You know, Kenworths might look better, but these things, I don't know, I think these things look pretty slick, and they're nice. I got all kinds of room in here, booth seating, fridge, lots of storage. But I know a lot of other like truck manufacturers are starting to get on board with all that storage, but I just think I don't know, guys, I'm happy. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Reach for the sky. Thank a trucker.